Hello, hockey fans. Another great night of the Stanley Cup Playoff hockey's in the books, and we actually got some overtime for the first time in round two. Back and forth game two between the Bruins and Lightning ended with well, it was crazy. It was 1-1 after one, 2-2 after two, and 3-3 after three. So the game went to overtime, and it was a short overtime. Um, 4 minutes and 40 seconds in, Andrej Palat puts it in for the Bolts, and they end up evening things with Boston. Um, Tampa's pretty much unstoppable in playoff overtime. Braden Point scored two overtime goals that series against Columbus, and now Andrej Palat has joined the fray. We saw 2 goal games from Brad Marchand and the aforementioned and Blake Coleman, and Tampa Bay pulls it out. They get the victory. The second game was Vancouver and Vegas game two, and it was all Vancouver. And for Vancouver, it was Toffoli and Pedersen who just led the way. 3 points from each of them, a goal and 2 assists from each player. Of course, Toffoli, of course, is known here. He used to play for the Kings, and the Kings dealt him to Vancouver, did him that favor. So, so Vancouver responded big time after being shut out and destroyed on Sunday's game one, and they took game two 5-2. So so that series is even. And while that was going on, or before that was going on, there was a big crazy deal that took place between the Penguins and the Maple Leafs. Kasperi Kapanen was dealt to Pittsburgh as part of a 6-player deal, and it, well, 7 if you count the fact that a draft pick was thrown in. Toronto got Pittsburgh's number 15 pick in this year's draft, so they have a first round pick again. Because remember, they lost their first round pick because they decided to give that to Carolina to try to clean up their mess from signing Marlowe. I don't know what they were thinking, and Toronto's only hope in winning the lottery. Toronto's only hope again pick at all was winning the lottery. They didn't get it, so until today's trade, they didn't have a pick in the first round of this year's draft. Um, so yeah, the trade sent Kasperi Kapanen, Pontus Aberg, and Jesper Lindgren to the Penguins, while Toronto got Evan Rodriguez, used to be with Buffalo, I remember him, Philip Hallander, and David Warsofsky. Of course, Kapanen for those who remember, it was Pittsburgh who drafted Kasperi Kapanen, and the Maple Leafs got him in the trade that sent Phil Kessel to Pittsburgh. Remember, because Toronto's fans were like, Kessel, he's no team player. He wasn't showing up, and this, that, and the other. And the people upstairs, they felt the same way, so they dealt him to Pittsburgh, and all Phil Kessel did was win back-to-back cups for the Penguins. So yeah, so it's all full circle. So Kapanen's back with the team who drafted him, and it's an interesting deal. But like I said, Toronto has a draft pick back again in the first round of this year's draft, but it did cost them a bit. But we'll see how it goes for the next season, because both teams got beaten the qualifying round. So anyway, that bit of news happened, and that's a brief recap of what is it, day? I think it's day 4. Yeah, day 4 of the Elite Eight. Damn, day 4 already. Tomorrow's day 5, and it's a triple dose of conference semifinal action tomorrow, and it starts at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, with Game 2 between the Islanders and Philly. And then Game 2 of Tampa Bay and Boston. Yes, they're playing back-to-back. Game 2 of Tampa Bay and Boston. Game 3 of Tampa Bay and Boston is tomorrow night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. And after that, it's Game 3 Avalanche and Dallas, and we need to play better. Of course, Islanders and Philly are playing the first of a back-to-back because game three of that series is Thursday night. And following that is game three of Vegas Vancouver. So yeah. But anyway, like I said, the Avalanche, we need to get back on track. We need to get back on track and take down Dallas in game three and get in this thing. So and we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll recap tomorrow's action after it ends. Hopefully, it comes with an Avalanche victory. And that's my recap of tonight's action. And with that, I'd say until tomorrow night, fellow hockey fans.